Yo, what's good, YouTube? In this video, I want to share something that will absolutely change your life. If you do this for the next 6 months, your life will change forever. So watch this whole video. This video is not monetized. This channel is not monetized. So I'm going to just keep it raw and uncut with you. You know what I'm saying? No BS. The first step that you need to do, right, is you need to get clarity. So I'm going to draw a little box, and I'm going to put C for clarity. This is the first thing that you need to do. If you want a better life for yourself, you got to know where you're going. So in order to do that, you need a clear mind. You need to know what the fuck you want to do, right? You can't travel across the country. Let's say you're trying to go from Virginia to California, right? You can't get there with no GPS. You got to know where the fuck you're going. So this is the first step to the process. You need clarity. So when you get off your 9 to 5, right, I want you to sit and think to yourself, like, who am I? Who I want to serve? What do I want to do? What are some goals for myself? And I also want you to figure out your why. Your why is important because that's going to keep you going through the tough times. Because I ain't going to hold you, like, entrepreneurship is not no walk in the park either. I know you might not like your 9 to 5 right now, but entrepreneurship, shit ain't sweet either. You know what I'm saying? So you got to know your why because that's going to keep you going through the tough times. You're going to have your good times. You're going to have your down times. But if you know your why, it's going to keep you going. So first step to the process, get clarity. Sit and think to yourself and don't have on no music. No. Sit in a room and think to yourself. I know it might be tough, or you could just sit in your whip. You know what I'm saying? I know I do that sometimes, just sit in my whip and just think about some of my goals, what I want to do, and everything like that. But you need some alone time. Get away from everybody and just think to yourself what you want to do, where you want to go, and what's your why. That's the first step to this process. And if you do this for the next 6 months, it'll change your life forever. Next step to the process is, I got my notes written down right here. Let me see. Is you want to educate. So I'm going to draw another box. And we're going to put an E for educate. As you want to educate yourself. So now that you know what you want to do, you got to educate yourself on how you going to actually do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just hop in the game with no education. Like, you got to study the game first. Study the game and see, like, how you actually going to implement what you want to do, right? So let's say you want to learn how to day trade or something like that, or drop ship. There's so many different business models, but you got to have the education so that you know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, the business model that changed my life was Instagram theme pages. This is how I left my 9 to 5. This is how I made my first $1 million online, was with Instagram theme pages. And for those that don't know what Instagram theme pages is, it's basically where you start a faceless Instagram page around a certain niche. Let's say you're into health and fitness, right? You can start you an Instagram page around that niche. You never got to show your face. And all you need is a phone and Wi-Fi, right? And that's the business model that changed my life. And if you want to learn about that business model, I created a 21-day digital cash flow challenge that teaches you exactly how to turn your Instagram page into an asset. So if you want that, click the link in my description below. That'll give you your education right there. But if you want to go into a different business model, I recommend getting some education on that business so that you know what you're doing. Learning from someone else can speed up your process times 10. Because with me, when I first started with Instagram theme pages, right, and I'm telling you this from experience because I wish I got more education when I first came up. But it really wasn't nobody telling you the game and teaching it. So I had to learn by myself. But nowadays, if I could go back in time, I would get some education. Because when I first started, it took me a whole motherfucking year to get my first sale online. But that was because I was uneducated and I didn't have no money to get no education either. Like, I was like 16, 17 years old trying to make some money online. So I didn't have no money to buy these courses and everything like that. And that's part of the reason why my challenge is so affordable, because I know how it is to come from the bottom and you need that education to get you started. You know what I'm saying? So that's the second step to the process, is educate yourself. I don't care if you take my program or not, but educate yourself on the business model that you want to do. First, you get clear on what you want to do. Then you educate yourself on how you're going to get there. Next, now that you got the education is useless if you don't take action. So that's the next step. That's the third step to this process. You got to take action. And when I tell you to take action, I mean every motherfucking day for the next 6 months. No days off. So let's say you want to start the Instagram theme page, right? For the next 6 months, post every motherfucking day. No days off. You need to do this in order to really change your paradigm. You got to get out of the situation you're in. So in order to do that, you got to hustle your way out of it. There's really no way around it. There's no shortcuts. There's no easy fixes. There's no nothing. You have to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to go hard. And then once you stack up your money and you get some systems in place and everything like that, then maybe you could ease up a little bit. But in the beginning, you got to go hard. There's no way around it. And I'm telling you this from experience. So take action every day. Post every day. Now, whether you're starting a Shopify store, you want to day trade, work on your craft every day. I don't care how tired you are after work. I know it's going to be hard because I've done it before. It's hard. I know. But the life you want ain't going to be easy. If it was easy, everybody would do it. So you just got to keep that in mind. And that's why I also told you the first step is your why, because when things get hard, when you don't want to do it, when it's 3 months down the line and you might not see no results yet, you're going to want to quit. But if you got your why, it's going to keep you going. So make sure that you got your why. That's exactly why I told you to start with that, because I know it's going to get tough, but you got to take action. You got to do it every day. No days off. So like I said, if you want to start a theme page, post every day on your page and make sure that you don't stop. That's the third step. Take action. You got to take some action for the next 6 months. And if it don't work after 6 months, report back to me. If you follow all of these steps for the next 6 months and you don't see no results, come holler at me. The next step will be document. So I want you to document your journey. I don't know if you noticed, but when I first started, I documented my journey from making $0 to over $1,000 a day on ClickBank, just with affiliate marketing, right? I documented my journey. And this is very important because a lot of people are in your shoes right now. A lot of people are like just getting started. They want to leave their 9 to 5 and they want to see real shit. They don't want to see, like, if you go on like Instagram right now, right? All you see is everybody flexing, everybody done made it already. But if you show your journey from the beginning, that's going to get people to connect with you even more, like on a deeper level, because they know it's real and they are in your shoes right now. There's millions of people in your shoes right now. And if you show your journey from the beginning to you making it, man, you'll have loyal supporters forever. So make sure you document your journey. This is important to the process. Like, even if you don't post it online, still document it, because you never know. You might want to share it with your kids one day. Like, what if you actually make it, right? You make it from the trenches or wherever you at right now to you becoming a multi-millionaire. Wouldn't you want to document that and show your kids one day? Or wouldn't you want to show that to your family, give them the blueprint on how you made it in life? You know what I'm saying? So even if you don't document to post it online, I would still recommend that you document it so that you just have, like, or even for yourself one day, like, you can look back and be like, damn, I done came a long way, and you got the proof of you going from nothing to something. So it's so many different things that you can do when you document your journey. It doesn't have to be you posting it online, but if you do post it online, it'll only make your brand and your impact even bigger. You feel me? So I definitely recommend, once you start taking action and you got some momentum going, like even in the beginning, from the very beginning, just document your journey. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be easy. And people understand that as well, because they know it's not easy. Anybody that actually tried, they know it's not easy. So don't be afraid to post your failures. Don't be afraid to show that you're not making no money right now or anything like that, because people know, and that's the real life reality of the situation. You feel me? And once you start making money, it'll hit even harder. So make sure you document your journey. That's very important to this process right here. And then the last step to this process, I want you to visualize. This is a little different from clarity. Clarity is just like you figuring out your goals and what you want to do and your why. Visualize, at the end of the day, After you take action, after you educate yourself, after you document what you're doing, I want you to visualize the life that you want to live. I want you to visualize you actually achieving your goals. This is very important because if you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. Remember that. You got to start visualizing every day for the next 6 months. Don't take a day off for this either. For the next 6 months, visualize your goals, visualize where you want to be, visualize you driving that dream car, visualize you in your dream home, visualize everything. You feel me? Like, your mind is so powerful. And if you could visualize it every day for the next 6 months, your life will change. Like, it'll just be crazy how your life will just start, things will just start unfolding in your life, and it'll just start falling into place. But you gotta be doing all the other steps though. Like, you can't just visualize and not take no action. You can't just visualize and not be educated. You can't just visualize and not be clear on what you want. You feel me? So do these 5 things for the next 6 months after your 9 to 5, and your life will change forever. I hope that you got value out of this video. If you did, drop a like, drop a comment down below, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let me know if you like this format. And I'm out. I'll catch y'all on the next one.